giving hope, giving light, bringing peace to our world. And this is the real movement. Hello, friends. Welcome to Real Woman with Adeyemi. It's such a pleasure to be back with you on the show. I trust this episode you are going to have an amazing time. God is going to touch your life in a very unique way. I have with me Neoma Efanga, my co-host, and she's a life coach, a lifestyle coach, and etiquette consultant. So we're going to be discussing be someone's hero. We're going to be talking about being someone's hero, and we're going to look at God's word concerning what God expects of us. But first, before we go into that, I'd like to just read to us some feedback from some of our viewers. So grateful that people take time to, write to me from time to time. The first one says, I watch your show regularly, and I'm always blessed by your message, because I get something new to hold on to. I look forward to more. Thank you. And this is from Caesar Kelly in Africa, somewhere in Africa. Another one says, I'm blessed by your messages. Thank you so much, from Injideka. Wow. Thank you so much, viewers. Thank you for having us in mind. Thank you for your prayers, your partnership, and for your feedback. God bless you. Now, let's take a short break, and we'll be back right after this. Hello there, I'm Adeyemi. I would especially like to invite you to the Love Culture Conference happening live in Atlanta on Saturday, the 26th of August, 2017 at the Le Méridien Atlanta Perimeter. I would share the word. We would have awesome music by the amazing gospel artist Wura Grant. Joko Tade, a renowned speaker and author, will join me in an interactive Q&A session. We would have prayers and much more. You don't want to miss this. And guess what? Attendance is free. So head on to our website, therealwoman.net/conference to register and get more details. See you there. Welcome back, friends. Once again, it is just an absolute pleasure to be with you. Call your friends, tell them to, tune to this station right now, or log on to the internet and join us. Okay, we're talking today about being someone's hero, being a hero. And, I'd just like to take my talk from the book of John in the Bible, John chapter 15, verse 13. It says, greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friend. And then the next verse says, you are my friends if you do whatever I command you. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down his life for his friends. And this was Jesus talking here, and encouraging us. And indeed, he was that ultimate example. He ultimately laid down his life for us, right? He ultimately laid down his life for us. And even before he went to the cross, while he walked the face of the earth, his life was one of sacrifice, because we would see from time to time how he would heal someone, how he would go the extra mile, and we're encouraged to follow in his footsteps. I have decided to make love and sacrifice my lifestyle. And so today, I just want to share a bit of that with you. How we can make love our lifestyle, how we can be someone's hero, how we can deliberately, add value or be a blessing to someone or to a group of people. And like I always like to say, it's not about the massiveness of the number of people you reach per time or the number of people you affect. Sometimes you need to just zero in on one person. Sometimes you need to just zero in on one person. at the end of the day, that one person will say, wow, this is my hero. This, if not for this person, where would I be? How would I have completed my education? How would I? And it's not because you want someone to adore you, or something, but you want to make a difference, a tangible difference in someone's life. Yes, you want to make a difference in someone's life. Jesus has made a difference in our lives, and we can never forget, and we can never repay. But he says, greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life. So you're saying, are you saying that I'm supposed to literally lay down my life, die for somebody? We're not saying go and die for someone, because if you die, again, how are you going to be able to be useful? He knew it was his own, part of his assignment to die, to literally go to the cross. Jesus knew he was his assignment. And when that time came, he willingly allowed himself. So I'm not saying go and jump into the river for someone. After all, the Bible says in 1 Corinthians 13, it says, even if I give my body to be burned and I do not have love, it is nothing. That great chapter on love. If I give my body to be burned and have no love, it profits me nothing. So, but we're just saying that being a hero, being someone's hero, involves sacrifice. It involves you're giving up something for someone. So we're not saying give up your life totally again, but you're giving up something. And many parents, mothers, fathers can relate with this, okay? Especially, I'm tempted to say especially mothers, but let me be fair. Some fathers are they're like the mothers. they're heroes. They're heroes, and they're so sacrificial. So let's balance it. Parents will understand this, that, we sacrifice for our children. We sacrifice for our children. We give up something at some point in time. Okay, we're not saying lose your life and not know who you are anymore, but what we're saying is we take out time to help with their homework, school runs. We sometimes have to let go of certain things that we could buy for ourselves. Hey, ladies, There's certain things that we let go in order to provide for them, maybe good schools or certain things they need. I remember once in my office in Atlanta, the Real Woman International office in Atlanta, because we have the office in Lagos, the Real Woman Foundation. But in Atlanta, I remember a lady that worked with me. At a particular time, I bought her a bag. And it's what you call designer bags. Well, it had a label anyway. So I traveled, I brought her, and I gave her as a gift. And she said, wow, I've always loved this brand. I won't mention the brand. She mentioned the name that I used to love this brand so much. But, after I had my son, I've not even been able to, I've not had one of these in a long time. Her face really lit up, and I felt really good. When I was buying it, I felt good, and I felt this would be good for her. But when she communicated, for me it was like to say that I used to like this. It was how did you know? I didn't know anything that it was your favorite brand. But when she said whatever, because she was a single mom. Yes, she was a single mom, and I knew she was a single mom. But she said ever since that, so that touched me, because it meant that she has let go of things like this is not even on my list. This is not even on my priority. It's not even my priority, but that I will be gifted this. Wow. She must have felt God's love, my love, but also God's love, because she didn't tell me anything. God must have impressed on my heart. So for me, to her, she must have seen me as a hero at that point in time. And I felt good that I made her day. That it wasn't just an ordinary gift, but it was like it met a need. It wasn't how expensive it was, but it met a need. It reminded her of things she used to have, but she could not, because she has been sacrificing for her son, for her child. So I just remembered that we had to lay down our lives in one way. The way you lay down your life may be different from the way I lay down my life. Satan won't tell us to give. I don't think he will tell us to give. He won't really tell us to sacrifice our lives like that, or add value to someone. So that can't be Satan's voice. It must be the voice of God. It cannot be Satan's voice telling you to do something good. He never wants us to sacrifice. He wants us to remain in selfishness. He wants it to be me, me, me. Get all you can and can all you can.
And sit on the can.
And sit on the can. That's what they say. So when was the last time you did something really heroic for someone? I'm here to challenge us today. I'm here to challenge. When was the last time you did? It's my lifestyle. I'm not bragging again, but many times I realize, hey, Nike, yeah, you need to take it to the next level. But I found out that there might be people who haven't even got into that lifestyle and they still feel like, no, I can't share this. I can't give away these precious earrings. No. There shouldn't be anything we can't give away, really, if it's going to really be enrich someone's life. Make a difference. So many of us have so many clothes. You have clothes you haven't worn, maybe in a whole year you haven't worn it, or in 2 years.
Or you're waiting
it means
to
if
you're
waiting to do so you could fit back into it. Give it away, because the moment you give it away to someone specific, it begins to be useful. It begins, that person might even wear it every week. Because the person might have only 6 clothes and you give them one. The person might recycle it every week. But you could afford to wear it once in 2 years. But when you want to give it away, you feel like, I think I'll need it this next week. It's been a lot. But really, you didn't miss it. You didn't miss it at all. You know what? You need to just, how do I say, like we say, close your eyes and just go through your wardrobe and let it go. Because it would. So for me, that I consider a heroic thing, because you took part of your wardrobe and you gave it to someone.
You just look at somebody else and you're criticizing what they're doing and saying, this does not look like any form of sacrifice. But to that person, it meant a lot. To be able to do that.
Yep.
And you can't condemn them, because before God, they've done it with their heart, and then it counts for them.
Yes.
It's just like when the woman went to drop her widow's mite.
Oh, yes.
And somebody else might look at it and be like, what's that going to do? But that was a sacrifice. But she didn't even have too much.
Yeah.
But out of the little that she had, she decided to give something. Yep. And it counted for something.
And Jesus took note and he said, she has given her all. That she has given her all. Because he took note of what people were dropping in the offering.
At their convenience.
But because he was God, and like God and God, he knew what they still had left. He knew... He could see their life. He knew what everyone had.
He knew the motive.
So he knew the motive. So he wasn't moved by the person that dropped a big fat check. But he knew that, that's nothing, compared to. And ever since that time, people then begin to use the word widow's mite.
Without
this is
knowing
just
the
my widow's mite. But that was
implications.
he was the one that said, this was our widow's mite. She gave her all, her might, her. But ever since they said, this is, this is just my widow's mite. Are you a widow?
Wow. In the society that we live today, more and more people are being selfish. More and more people are becoming insensitive to people's needs. So everybody's like, oh no, I still have my problems. I'm still dealing with my issues. So why do I need to give somebody else? Why do I need to be the hero? I'm still trying to be my own hero. So what side can they see that can begin to make it important for them to make a difference or be a hero in someone's life?
Yep. Okay. You still have your issues. And a lot of people think that way. I don't have time to think about someone else. Because right now, I'm hurting. Right now, I have needs that have not been met. But I want to say to you, if you're in that position or you have that kind of mentality, you can't wait till all your needs are met before you begin to meet the needs of other people. Think about it. You're aspiring to be somewhere. You're aspiring to have some things and all of that. But there are still some people who do not have even half of what you have. Because in the Bible it says, if you have 2 coats, give one to someone who has none. And you're like, I have only 2, but you're saying, God, someone has 10, go and talk to them. Don't look at the person that has 10. Look at the one that has none. And by giving one coat, you're shielding that person from the cold. You're shielding that person from the attacks of life. Coat could also mean shielding, being a covering to someone who has no covering. Being a covering to that orphan. Now, don't get me started talking about orphans, talking about children who don't have mother or father. Just because God has allowed me to be a mother to children that I have not given birth to. And Neoma is very much part of that vision for girls only, the orphanage, you're in and out, always there. Being the great volunteer that you are, we could sit here talking about that work. And those children are always ever so grateful. Yes, I may not be able to outrightly adopt them. There are people who adopt them, but some are not adopted, and they're there under my covering. I go, I play with them, I do as much as we could do. Many of us are aunties for them, mother figures and all of that. Just being there for them. So when you said covering, that's what we're doing. Being a covering for these children. Yes, you lost your mother. Yes, you were abandoned. But we will be a covering for you. We will speak for you. We will go to your school. We'll put you in school by virtue of our partners. And we will go speak for you. And if someone tries to bully you, I will follow you to your school and speak up for you as your mother figure. Yet you didn't come out of my womb, So these are the things we're talking about. Hey, don't wait till you have everything. In fact, when you begin to give, even though you still are in need in a certain area, you'll be amazed how God will turn things around for you, because the prayers of the person you've blessed with an item or with your time or whatever will cause heaven to open up for you. Because it's only Thanksgiving such a person can give, because they're like, oh God, just bless her for giving me this pair of earrings. Oh God, just bless her for paying my fees. Oh God. Okay, so if you're in need, the best thing to do is to still sow a seed. Sow out of what you have. You can't give what you don't have, but look around you. If you have something, you have a smile, you have a word of encouragement, give it. Don't say, right now, I need all the encouragement I can get. Still give. And what that will do for you will be that, one, you will, like we said, it will be given back to you, not by the person you gave to. You don't wait for that person. Somebody somewhere will bless you in return. Not only that, you will have joy. You will have joy. You will have joy. You will have a great feeling. Some may say, no, I won't have joy because it's difficult parting with a thing. But let me tell you, when you've done it and you've been a hero to that person, you will have a fulfillment. You will feel you've done something worthy. You will feel responsible. Your esteem will shoot up. Because though you are in need, but you've been able to meet someone's need. So in our world today, it's not about greed. It's not about all we can amass, but it's in how much we can give away. Those are the truly rich people.
Yeah, I truly believe, I strongly believe in all you said. And just in addition, you might want to get people to also change the meanings that they give to whatever it is that they want to do. Because sometimes when you're focusing on yourself, you realize that you're all about you and the benefits that you can get from what you're doing. But when you shift focus to what is it that this thing is going to do in this person's life, it changes the meaning entirely. So, okay, for example, I'll use your example about the coat. I have 2 coats and I look good in them. But when I change the meaning to be that this coat is going to not just make this person look good, it's going to cover them, it's going to shield them, it's going to help them be alive through winter.
Wow.
It changes the dynamics. It makes it different. And then your effort would be much more coming out from you effortlessly, because now it's different. The meaning has been successfully changed, and then now you are doing something beyond the benefits that you are going to have.
Yep, that's it. And the word also says, and this is in Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. It says, whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. And this is Jesus saying that. Wow. Whoever, he says in another place, he said, except a corn of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it abides alone. And we can identify with that. Seed. You sow, put the seed in the ground, corn, beans, whatever. It dies first. If you could see what is going on underground, it decomposes. It totally looks like it's not going to live. It meshes,
effort.
yes, into because when we were young, many of us had carried out experiments like that, where they said, okay, bring a jar or whatever, clay, and put the bean seed and water it and watch it. And after a while, you think there's even nothing happening. If you're eager and you uproot it the second day, you see it has decomposed, or the third day. But if you're patient, after a while, you see something begins to sprout, then it comes up, and you're like, wow, this thing was dead. And so that's why he was likening our lives and our love walk to being like seeds that except we lay down our lives, like lose our lives, it will look as if, oh God, I'm losing something. I'm going in the reverse direction according to the world or in the natural. I give out one coat, I have only two. Obviously, I'm less. I have less. I'm impoverished. I have less. I'm less, not as rich as before. I was rich. I had two coats, so I had three. I gave away one or two. No. I have less. But don't focus on that, because it says you will eventually have more. Hang on. Stay with God. He says that. So if you lose your life, you will find it. Don't try to save your life. And many times there are things in our lives that need saving. Our health, our finances, relationships, but sometimes it's not something you do in your own power. It's not something you do in your own power. So lay down your life for your friends. Lay down, that's what he said. And you will see how it will come back to you. Lay down your life for your children. Just whatever God is telling you to do or highlighting in your mind, do it. Don't think I'm saying, some people are saying, there's a friend that she totally hates me. She pretends to be my friend. I should go and lay down my life. I am not saying that. But in creative ways, you can show some love. Okay? So, do you have any question there, Neoma? Because people have questions on this love walk. They're like,
Okay, just one more question that comes to mind is the fact that what can I hinge my motivation on? Because a lot of people look at being a hero as something really huge, and it has to be. So what do I need to add on to myself to be able to have the capacity to feel in as a hero in someone's life?
thank you. I think the capacity should be sensitivity, I think, to notice needs. To be a hero to someone, it's not because you want them to hero worship you or you want them to say, oh, thank you, my life is so dependent on you. At some point in time, you need to just say, thank God. Maybe we thank me, Lord, thank you for this. I just say, we thank God. I say, I thank God for his grace. Because indeed, I'm not belittling what I've done in the person's life, but I'm letting the person know, thank God for God's grace and strength that enabled me to do it. Thank God for him opening my eyes to be unselfish and to know I could meet that need. Thank God for him making me secure enough to know that, look, it's nothing. Thank God for him helping me to think the way I think. This is how I want you to think and what you need. One, sensitivity to notice needs. And yes, you can't meet all needs. You don't go about every day meeting all needs. But each day you could say, oh, open my eyes to someone it might be somebody at work. Then you now notice the person is a bit down. But if you're too consumed with yourself, you won't even notice. And you could say, hey, you don't look as cheerful today. Can I help? And the person may just pour out her heart. And all you may just do is offer a listening ear. Because when you offer a listening ear, you have given your time. Maybe during your break time, that you could be doing something else, being on social media or whatever. You could say, you know what, at break time, at lunch time,
I'm going to give
we'll
it to
talk.
you.
And all you may do is just listen. You may not even have any word to say, but you listen. She poured out her heart. You were a hero to her that day. It's left for her to decide who was a hero. Do you understand? So be sensitive to people's needs. Don't be consumed by only your needs. That is the motivation. That is the starting point. Okay? And also have this mindset. This is the motivation. This is the mindset that will position you. Is to think from time to time. I'm not saying don't think of death all the time, but from time to time, think about, what if I wasn't alive? That helps me a lot. And it's not like I'm busy thinking about death, but sometimes it comes to my mind and I think about it. Or sometimes I bring it on and say, Nike, there's somebody that is alive that can talk of having two coats. Because if you were dead, even if you are sure you are going to heaven, yes, coats.
It won't
they
make
don't
sense
need coats
anymore.
in heaven, or even if they need, there are coats waiting for you of gold and of silver. It will not be relevant anymore. Whose coats will those be when you're dead and your body has been buried? So once in a while, I just unconsciously think, I've trained myself to think that way, that, but it's because I'm breathing that I can say this is mine. Because if you are gone, girl, and God has that power to just say, report home. You can just sleep and not wake up. All right? And we're not, because people pass on in different ways, accidents and all that. But let's just say the most glorious one. You sleep and you don't wake up. They say, oh, God took her. What a glorious way. But you know what? All those things that you claimed were yours, they're no longer yours. And you no longer have control. You no longer have the ability to say, I'll give this, I'll give this. I'll be back after this break. Hello there, I'm Nikki Adeyemi. I would especially like to invite you to the Love Culture Conference happening live in Atlanta on Saturday, the 26th of August, 2017 at the Le Méridien Atlanta Perimeter. I would share the word, we would have awesome music by the amazing gospel artist Wura Grant. Joko Tade, a renowned speaker and author, will join me in an interactive Q&A session. We would have prayers and much more. You don't want to miss this. And guess what? Attendance is free. So head on to our website, therealwoman.net/conference to register and get more details. See you there. Welcome back, friends. In closing, I'd just like to pray and declare a word. If you have struggled with love, if you have struggled with laying down your life for a friend, for your spouse, for your children, whoever it is you're supposed to love in a sacrificial way, part-time, or even over a period of time, I pray for God's grace for you today, that it will be easy. He said, my yoke is easy, my burden is light. I pray that you will have the grace to do the needful. You will have the grace to love in that unique way, that person that God is showing you or calling you to love. God bless you. And I tell you, your life will move to the next level. You will have fulfillment and joy unspeakable. And also, I'd like to say thank you to my co-host, Neoma Fanga. Thank you so much, girl. You did the job. God bless you. Bye for now. So till I come your way again, keep shining, keep moving up, and continue to be a blessing. Bye for now.